Welcome back to Bazaar. I'm Eco, and I finally have an Oni Mask run for you with Vanessa. I've never seen Oni Mask excel before. I've seen it be good in boards, but even in boards that Oni Mask was doing like tons and tons of work, I'd always see it as like less important than the shot classes that are enabling the Mantis Shrimp, less important than the Mantis Shrimp. It would be like the third best item on boards where it was incredible. So I never found myself really impressed by Oni Mask. And it turns out with enough crit skills and enough crit scaling, you can find yourself in a spot where Oni Mask is straight up outperforming Mantis Shrimp and clearly the best item on your board. Unfortunately, Mantis Shrimp did still kill most of my opponents before the Oni Mask could really scale to the moon and break the game in half. But I genuinely think Oni Mask was the strongest offensive item I had in this build, and I'm glad to finally see a build where I was able to make Oni Mask excel, because it wasn't until the end of the run where I was like, you know what? I don't think Mantis Shrimp was the star of the show. I think Oni Mask has been quietly carrying for several days now, and I do not respect the card as much as I should. I still don't think it's an amazing card. I do think it's good, but I do think there are certain circumstances where Vanessa with the right skills can make it do incredible work, and this run was certainly one of those circumstances. Enjoy the show. All right, getting into the run. Endgame start as always. Ayla, you shouldn't have. Let's see if we get lucky. We got lucky. We got very lucky indeed. I want all of that, and I want to roll. Second page is less impressive. I am just going to take 2 weapons here and go to no shops for the rest of the day.
I fight alongside you.
And then I guess we're speeding up Piranha. Unless we get lucky, we're going to be running the hand axe too, unfortunately. Very happy to go to Kyber Drone, look for trained. As Vanessa, you're so often going into slow builds that, you know, shot glasses exist, and this is every 4 seconds. Well, now every 5 seconds, buff all your weapons by like 40 damage. It's kind of wild. And we actually kill this in a reasonable fashion, so I won't have to edit this out, but I'll still take a moment to remind you that you can sub to the channel for more daily content just like this, and if you could drop a like on the video, it really does help it get more traction, help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. Anyways, what are we looking at? No dice. I'm not gonna be running Lang. Lang just disappoints me every time. I don't have great money to go to JJ. I'm really be looking for like very specifically a lighter. And lighter's not even that fast anymore. I'm just gonna take the income here. Do I think I'm going to be using the bayonet to great effect later? Probably. I'm not quite sure what I should be doing with these. I'll wait till the last hour to sell them. Bronze skills, hoping for strength. That is not good enough. You shouldn't have. Left-handed's definitely worse than strength in this circumstance. We can get a random skill, you say. So right now, this is what we're looking at. We'd obviously like a faster weapon than Shark Claws. We have the money to go to Andy and roll looking for like Narwhal Revolver, which is not bad. I think Andy is worth it over the Tiny Furry Monster. We got what we're looking for. Do I care about this? It's actually unclear to me which of these items is worse. We're definitely taking the Revolver over one of them because it's faster, putting us in a better spot to use the bayonet with Shark Claws. As for the 6 damage, gotta think it's worse. Move it far right in case ordering matters. I don't know for sure. And I think I am going to buff this Revolver, expecting to play wide weapons with it for a long time. At least for several consecutive days. Now, is it worth rolling? I genuinely don't know that it is, but I would not mind finding a Narwhal or a Treb. Obviously, we're not getting a Treb here, but a Narwhal for a Treb strategy, or just to have a better wide board. Anyways, bayonet and Piranha, huh? Man, those technically improve the board. I'm gonna do it. I don't like doing this, but on day 1, this could have an impact for like the next 3 days of fights, and it'd be wrong not to do it. It is another Vanessa. I feel reasonably strong. Obviously, it's no Silver Shark Claws day 1, but it's about as good a Shark Claws aboard as you can expect. We should beat that, right? Yeah. There's no shot. Wait, no skill. How could you have no... He lost to Viper. What? Oh, he took starting regen, thought it'd be Viper and was wrong. Is that what happens? That's the only way I can explain this. Okay. If that guy had not gotten trounced by Viper, I would definitely have it more... Like, maybe even a lost fight. Who knows what's in his stash? That's very scary. Anyways, he lost to Viper, so not exactly a close fight. Chocolate bars versus Kina. I'm gonna take chocolate bars, honestly. I'm very stuck into wide weapons currently. Quixel's a 4 gold roll, but Silver Shark Claws are completely insane, so I'm doing it.
Huge. Do you have any
Oni Mask, huh? Well, time for that 4 gold roll I was talking about. Unfortunate. Grenade's not bad. I'm currently looking for another item to fill up my board, so sure. Now I don't have to go to another store today if I don't want to, which probably won't want to considering how poor I am. Anyway, I see no reason to go to Ventriloquist. I'm not even sure we beat Ventriloquist. It's been a while since I tried to fight him with anything that wasn't completely insane. And I care about cash, so we're not going to the crab. Would have been very happy to see Mosquito there. Always am on Vanessa. But yeah, the damage is damn respectable. For a wide weapon bronze shark claws build to do that well against, what's your name? Rogue Scrapper is actually kind of surprising.
Was that even a battle?
What are we looking at for the reward? Ah, man. I was kind of hoping for money. We're probably not going to another shop then. Like, yeah, medium items could be exactly and specifically shark claws. But it's up against guaranteed economy that could also be shark claws or a katana for free. I'm going to take this. I'm very poor. Perfect. That's exactly what I was wanting. I'm going to take 16 gold. The economy's fixed. All right. JJ versus a random skill. We're currently running these as our last weapons. I'm gonna go JJ. There's a lot of things I'm still looking to find. Star Chart's one of them. Now that I have the money, do I want to buy a shovel? It makes sense. Not looking for catfish. Hey, a narwhal. Thank you.
How about this weather where... you're leaving.
I think narwhal is better than grenade. Like, the grenade has to crit immediately for it to be better in any capacity, and even then, they're probably living for 12 seconds, at which point narwhal is closing in before shark claws. I think this is what we're leaving the board with. It's just a question, do I ever think shoe blade's better than hand axe? The answer is no. Going to eat my chocolate bars, it could matter in a weapon mirror. I should have waited to see what my opponent was. It is a Vanessa, so I would have eaten them. If it was anything other than Vanessa, against Pig or Vanessa, I'd eat them. Against Mac and Doolade, no. Against anything but Mac, I eat them. Healthy Jolt, no healing, huh? There's no shot that's good enough, right? Like, I respect Katana a lot, but I really, really do not respect Honing Steel and Switchblade. And I feel like I was right to disrespect them with how that went.
At the bar. Another round.
Coming up on the hard choice of do I upgrade Zorkid or Shark Claws tomorrow? Hopefully we find one of them before I have to decide, because they're both very, very important. And the answer is Shark Claws, unfortunately. Zorkid's just easier to find. Well, that's very interesting. That's pretty good with shot glasses, right? Only if you have a way to scale it. For now, I'm going to Volpack because he's a store. That's kind of all it is. Cauterizing Blade again? Definitely don't want this grenade. Cauterizing Blade. I have no haste, no slow. Like, we'll eventually unlock it with Zorkid, but it's just not good at all right now. I'm still taking it, and I'm still rolling.
Might as well stock up.
Cove is the last thing I see, huh? I don't mind buying Cove. It's just the inventory space problems that I mind. I believe Cove will pay for itself relatively quickly. Oh, wait, no, it won't. Because I can't, like, go to chocolate bars. I have no space right now, and I'm not gonna get space. All right, we're not gonna buy the Cove. I should have sold that then, but we're not gonna buy the Cove. It's gonna be a space problem immediately. Because, yeah, like, chocolate bars with Cove is great if you have 5 free inventory spots, which I most certainly do not. We have to go JJ here, start looking for shot glasses as hard as we can. Don't really see an alternative to that. I don't really want to go to dive weights. Very happy to find Shark Claws. Got one of those mandatory upgrades quick enough. Do I beat Street Gamer? Because I want a chance at the ticket, but this dude scales so much. A board this wide, we should be fine. I've definitely lost to Street Gamer on Vanessa before playing weapons, but I think this is a very good weapon board. Not like completely insane, but good enough to beat Street Gamer. It's just that Street Gamer has the gold piggle with double shield scaling, which can get out of hand real fast. Apparently we can too. That silver upgrade is nothing to sneeze at. Come on. Hey, it's that easy. What do I want from Curio? Rocket boots to go to 3 seconds? Not really a huge deal, to be honest. I think I like the Lost Crate. There are 2 huge hits in Cauterizing Blade and Shark Claws. It's good economy. Going to Curio for specifically rocket boots isn't a huge deal for me. I'm taking the economy option. Not getting much for it, but still. We are upgrading Zorkid every time. And Really, unfortunately here, I think I'm about to run Cauterizing Blade unsolved in my PvP fight. Which, you know, not great. Sylvia versus Fen. I recognize that Fen can matter defensively right now a lot. I also recognize I'm a little bit poor to be going to Sylvia, but it's a really good way to find shot glasses, and I care about that a lot. It's not a great way. There's like 70 items she can have. I'm gonna take Fence. That's really silly not to do this. I want shot glasses very badly, so every time I skip an opportunity to take them, I feel like I'm making a mistake. But definitely need to skip that one. 5 regen still matters, 5% health still matters. And I'm very broke. Aludel just playing poison? Don't get me wrong, these are big poison values. Thankfully, that's not multicasting. I wonder if the Tazedian Dagger is actually making his board better. It looks like we're okay. Yeah, no problem. What was the crit from? Oh, the Revolver. Yeah. I thought the Revolver hadn't timed out that way. So checking recount. Yeah, that's about right. It just spread across everything with most of it from the Revolver because it's the fastest and being hasted, and Shark Claws are buffing everything. Looks like I had a lucky crit on the fish. Does that crack it, by the way? Not even close. Wait, I slowed? Oh, because Rust is well, what? That's one slow. If I only got one Zorkid trigger on my previous PvE fight, that would make sense. But I could have sworn that I specifically tried to do that in my last run and it didn't work. That like this doesn't trigger from stash. You had to complete it with it on the board. Calico, huh? Not terrible. Don't think I'm using it. Andy shot glass me. That's still very good.
You want to buy that? I mean, excellent choice.
No shot glasses, eh? Well, guess I'm gonna leave. I can't really justify buying a silver catfish here. What am I doing at middle? Not getting my star chart value. We're leaving. We're not doing middle. Hellbilly just for average gold value, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
You bring your city ways to
I would also obviously really like to get left-handed. Left-handed is like a little bit awkward because of Zorkid positioning. No, I just put the Narwhal far left and then haste that over Shark Claws. That can't be right. Yeah, I guess I'm just keeping it like this if I get left-handed, which is awkward. Could be better to change the bayonet positioning off of the Revolver. I have no idea. I don't have to think about it though. I will YOLO transform that at some point, I think. I've got the cash to do it. Nope. Something that actually affects my build, please. Well, maybe static acceleration will be great someday. Right now, it's 2% crit every time I trigger a base speed Zorkid, which is not exceptional. Anyways, Kina, shot glass me. Come on. What are we at, by the way? 8 of 10. Do I want Clamra? I've seen Clamra do some ungodly carrying in recent runs. It was the absolute star of the show in my previous run where it just shut down multiple raid boss pigs. But, like, am I really considering it in a slow build with no shrimp? No, not really. It could be good later, but I can pick it up later if it's good later. Don't feel like I had the money to float it. And that's not helping either. Well, Ayla has good things, even if only one of them really matters a ton right now. Well, you can't say no to these things. Toss that. Pick up the Mantis Shrimp, pick up the Obsidian Narwhal, because that's pretty good with Shark Claws. And roll for Cauterizing Blade, I think. I'll still take the Revolver upgrade. I have literally no slow. And despite that, I somehow still, I'm like, is Mantis Shrimp that much worse than a hand axe? I mean, really? I don't think I'll be upgrading the hand axe. I think that's unreasonable. We're probably not going to YOLO transform the scrap at this point, but all the same, I'll be on my way. I don't think upgrading that makes any sense. It is a 2-win pig. Not quite sure when they were winning.
I may be young for a captain.
It looks to me like they lost on day 3, but it's really hard to tell in the early game.
You do see these tusks.
Boomerang on board, Rice Baller. There's got to be a penalty for that to be scary, right? I think we're just fine here. I'm not seeing anything too crazy. Also, the Obsidian Narwhal makes me irrationally happy. I don't know why. This is just stupid and I enjoy having it. 37 regen already, huh? That's damn respectable in the bushel. Ah, endurance. That's what's happening. It's very scary. I'll give it that. We get him down eventually, though. So how much did endurance buff this thing? It's up to 265. And then it's scaling the regen value from the endurance. 200 scaling from 1 silver skill. 745 healing, 77 regen, and the majority of it's all coming from this and the literally 20 buffs it gave it. Wild. Also, Shielded Piggle's doing the best it can. Yeah, actually got kind of worried there when I saw that he had endurance and it was scaling to the moon. But we're okay. Undefeated so far, have some strong things going for us. Let's see if we can make them turn into an endgame build. Kina is the best way to get there. Chris Army Knife is certainly not a part of our endgame plan. Is lighter better because it speeds up Zorkid? Genuinely, yes, it is.
Your aura guided me to what you needed.
Well, there's the Clamra I just passed up on and said I'd buy it later. It's later. Time to buy it.
Use that for the good of all.
Now, is Mantis Shrimp ever relevant here? Because I have to cut like Piranha plus Bayonet right now to use it. I don't think we're doing that. But Mantis Shrimp is definitely usable down the line, I think. Just not yet. I don't think I care about Nautica. I'm gonna go Mountain Pass. Hey, we're happy with that.
Beware the foundation.
It's just golden experience, but still golden experience are, you know, the few forms of guaranteed value in this game. Normally I'm super hyped for this fight because of Temple Expedition Ticket, but obviously here it's just 10 gold. But hey, I'm broke. 10 gold's still great. God, imagine how much stronger we are with shot classes. It's actually wild. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It would gain 16 burn from silver shot classes alone, which would also be allowing us to run the Mantis Shrimp. Should have sold Chris Army Knife first, but oh well, here we are.
Men, blades to the wind.
Loadout item is. I can sell the silver one instead in case we see a Vol pack. Not sure where the sharpening stone goes here. I always find myself thinking, you know what I want to do? Pistol sword with shuriken. Problem here being that I don't have a Julian, and usually those sort of builds need an early Julian, huh? I have no economy generation whatsoever to get a late Julian running. Still, all talk is very good. The average gold value is much better here. This guy has gunpowders. If I find a shot glass, which I'm just going to assume I find a shot glass at some point in the run because I will be going to every store that can sell one, basically. If I find a shot glass, gunpowder is essentially +1 tier on it, especially if I find a silver one. That's very, very important. Between that, the revolver upgrade, the pistol sword, and the all talk, hell, even the cannonball, which would be runnable with shot glass if I had nothing else. All right, that's cool and all. What do I do with that? We obviously don't care about Chris, but running into space issues here. You know what? I don't care about the shovel. It's minor economy at best. I don't think I can make any real use of a pistol sword, but I mean, if nothing else, it's going off every time the revolver is. That's something. Yeah, we gotta go to Tox Clocks. That's the shop you want to see.
5 seconds ago.
We'll find shot glasses someday. Today was the day, it turned out. Goodbye, Chris. You've been great. Okay, cool. What's the build now?
So fast.
I'm gonna need a second. We are in a transition period. So right now, this is the nonsense I'm looking at. But I kind of don't need Shark Claws anymore. The issue is the pistol sword's not doing anything without specifically a revolver. Like, the Shark Claws are on the way out. We're scaling with slow and haste now. The issue is that I only have the 1 ammo. And the pistol sword's not doing anything if I don't run the revolver, and neither of these are doing anything without the Shark Claw. So they're sort of part of a different build that we don't need anymore because we have the shot glasses, right? Before I got the shot glasses, I was considering putting the cauterizing blade in my bank and running the pistol sword, but now it doesn't make any sense to do that. I think this is what we're doing. We're obviously going to sell the sharpening stone before we go into a fight. Grappling hook is not bad. Bayonet's not taking a slower haste either. So I'm going to drop the bayonet, because I want as many slows and haste as possible. Take the grappling hook. Down the line, I want to drop Shark Claws entirely. What do I want to drop it for? I mean, I can do it right now, right? Run revolver, lighter, had the Zorkid speeding up the lighter. This gets me more haste, more slow. And the scaling value damage really doesn't matter at this point. To such a point that I think the Clamra is better than Spider Mace. Like, I have no scaling for the Spider Mace. I'll keep it all game in case I find it. But for now, if it's just dealing 10 damage twice whenever these go off, who cares, right? Okay, Piranha's my least important. Shark Claw is second. I'm gonna hold Pistol Sword just because it's hard to find, but we're probably selling without using it. And then for the Sharpening Stone, I mean, it just goes on the Obsidian guy. It's not that complicated. In the long term, its value won't matter much, so let's get the highest value in the short term, right? Anyway, that was fantastic talk. Let's see what the next store has. It has another 5 gold, 1 experience. Happy to take that. It is an almost undefeated Vanessa. Looks like they only lost on day 1. Quite spooky.
It makes this more fun.
But what am I if not quite spooky? They've got Bronze Strength Shatter. Are they freezing? And no, thank God. Critting? And no, thank God. And Haste not going on Treb. They're just like waiting for the Lang. Oh, it's a bit confusing that the Haste doesn't go on the Lang here. I get the idea. They want as many haste as possible. So they're hasting the vents to charge the Zorkid, hasting the captain's wheel to haste the Zorkid. I get the idea. And then the Lang goes off at 10. I see it. I understand why we're doing it this way. And the Lang's not that big. It's probably just like a grudging Lang where they're hoping to do something better down the line. It just struck me as weird initially, but no, they probably have that set up correctly. As for our board, unsurprisingly, the day 5 gold Mantis Shrimp is carrying, and shot glasses might only have 1 ammo and a 5-second cooldown. But just, yeah, this was completely broken at 4 speed 2 ammo. We were all just so used to it being broken, but obviously it needed the nerfs. Anyway, if we can find a shitload of CDR and some extra ammo, that would be nice. The 1 ammo at least will be very important down the line. 120 max health permanently, about 21 gold, it's a Kina. What am I looking for really other than just shot glasses? I don't take long to kill people. I'm not going to take the flat health. Well. All right, what do I do with that? Because I want it. I'm running it. Fights are going long enough that I get the second use of shot glasses. I don't think we can justify a day 6 Orange Julian with bad economy. I just don't think we can do it. We also have nothing that's really like Orange Julian coded. No Shurigans, no nothing. I don't think skipping this Julian was a mistake at all. I think it was right to skip it. But what I didn't realize is I have a temple ticket, which means I have a massive windfall coming in the late game. So I actually could have picked up a Julian here to try to do Orange Julian things down the line. I think I have such a strong start to a shot glass build, there's no reason to do that. But this is a more viable Julian than I thought it was. And I do want to call out that while I'm still right to skip it, I think, my reasoning was not correct. I absolutely can enable this Julian in a couple of days. So I think we just do it this way, make the lighter trigger a second burn and give a second ammo to shot glasses. That seems fine. Revolver's out. And we're going to be on our way with that. Narwhal has obviously not got long for this world, but I think it's better than the revolver was. Anyway, no gold upgrade for us. What are we doing? Nothing on that first page, that's for sure. Toxic Flame is very cool, but I don't think I care. Immolating Spark's fine. I am a burn build, right? If I were expecting to go day 12 or 13, like if I hadn't been 5-0 so far, I might take Frostfire. Just because it's going to be much more valuable in those super late days. We're so strong already. I think I still take Frostfire. Yeah. Like, I don't need the extra burn off of this to win. I'm actually more worried about, like, getting really high roll opponents and trying to win on day 13. Mountain Pass versus JJ. Let me go Mountain Pass again. I'm pretty close. Ah, damn. I was going to say, I'm pretty close to being a level ahead now. Goodbye Shark Claws. Goodbye Piranha. I'm still very happy to get a wing. I think the wing just goes on to shot glasses, though. Dire Mosquito, huh? I beat Infernal, but I really won't. Wait, do I want the Proboscis? Normally, I'm like, oh yeah, Proboscis, we're gonna do crazy things. We're 1 Koos away from Proboscis being crazy. It's fine. That's part of why Narwhal is something I don't want to sell. It's a 4-speed item with Obsidian that can go crazy with Kusarigama. So yeah, we're gonna try to get this, and if we miss, hey, it's a wing probably, right? There's a lot of good to be had here. So what are we looking at? Well. Is it actually correct to put it on shot glasses? I want it to go off earlier so that it's like resolving before the cauterizing blade because of internal cooldown. So yes, it's nowhere near there. It needs a lot more CDR, unfortunately. We go Barcoon, I guess. It is against Docs again. 1, 2. I'm 1 experience off even with Docs, unfortunately. Barcoon's only 3 extra gold, 2 of which I spend rolling there. And there's only the 1 medium or large item I really care about. I think this is a pretty easy Docs, actually. Sterling, you say? That's an interesting one. So obviously I can get the extra ammo on shot glasses or the upgrade on cauterizing blade. Both are very, very good. I think cauterizing blade matters more. Dude, if we find Kusarigama though, we're gonna do some gross things with it. That does sort of require us to find more ammo for shot glasses though. Like, we at least need the second ammo. And if we find Kus, cauterizing blade's probably out, right? Like, we could find Kus, drop cauterizing blade ammo, put it in with Proboscis spider mace, and have the upgraded shot glasses for the second ammo. Because it makes it so much easier to drop cauterizing blade and go into other things, I actually am going to do this. Right now, I think that does make me weaker, but I'm trying to transition out of cauterizing blade. Like, the shrimp's the part that's doing enough burn to kill them anyway right now. We generate nothing at start of day. We have no reason to sell anything. Into the fight. Only 2 wins, but Mac's always capable of going from nothing to something truly broken very quickly.
I will leave you alive to learn the lesson.
Refractor. I can't think of a pile of items that makes Refractor crazy here, especially silver. Floor Spike is obviously kind of decent into me, but we're not doing Spider Mace things just yet. I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah, the Refractor's just not that big. He's gonna die to burn. So we are getting through the first 2 uses. We did need the second ammo if we were to drop incendiary rounds, as I thought. My question's really, can I drop this if I find Kus already? Haste and charge skills to try to upgrade static excel is actually probably just worth. And there's a good chance I find like haste freeze if I miss. I'm gonna go here. I really care about static excel's tier. Done. That is so much more crit chance. Poison items? I don't do that. That's not my thing. I don't even bother selling the centers. That's obviously a mistake, but oh well, here we are. I can go chocolate bars. I'm just not super jazzed about it. I'm probably doing it. Yeah, fine. Make the room. As long as incendiary rounds are on my board, it's the best thing for centers, and once they're off, no center's gonna be high enough value for me to care, so sure. And we'll take our 150 health here. Ooh. Provided I don't get extra experience from today's fight, I need to take the docks to level up, so I will be working as a navigator again. Sorry, Andy. The extra health matters to me a lot. I don't think I beat the bird, unfortunately. As much as I would love to fight him, Radiant Rebirth's obviously insane with the Mantis Shrimp build because it basically guarantees you live long enough to kill them. I've got a lot of boards, so I'm like resistant to the slows. The issue is not being resistant to slows. It's just I have 1800 health, no defenses, and my offenses are not cracked enough to kill it twice. I like the experience. I'm good on gold. I'm gonna try. I'm 100% sure I lose. I just want to see how close I am to winning. I've been doing this a lot lately with Radiant Crusader, just trying to get a feel for how tough they are. If I think I get full experience, I go for them, just to see like how crazy do my offenses really need to be to beat this guy. Looks like they need to be pretty crazy. We're not even close this time. We're actually not getting full experience. We barely got normal experience. This guy's so strong. It's actually wild. You basically have to be playing a cracked build defensively to stand a chance. And a lot of the time, Live Conduit can't do it because you just end up dying before you even get off the ground. Anyway, we have a Sterling, so that'll be an upgrade to our Cauterizing Blade. Don't really see any argument for anything else.
It's how to turn silver into gold.
Well, we're going to take Mountain Pass over Gassio. Never mind. Scratch the F. It's insane. Yeah, the loot items turned out to be pretty good that time. What's the other loot item, just real quick? Sure. I'll hold it in case I get a poison enchant, and it's worth the same value. Obviously, we sell the feather. Obviously, sell with gunpowder. Seems pretty good. It is a 3-win Mac. They could have stabilized with some pretty gross life conduit things. Mantis Shrimp tends to be very good into life conduit. They don't also have offenses though. Gold Pendulum, bad self-poison triggers. We should be okay. This is not a particularly strong life conduit. He does have crazy... It's actually not that crazy because he doesn't have good poison triggers. I think we should kill him with a Mantis Shrimp, no problem here. Yeah, not even close actually.
I lost everything long
we had another shrimp hit coming and he's already dead. Very happy with that. Life conduit, when you hit what you need versus when you're struggling, like you can have a life conduit build with about 5 times the output of that one. So I'm glad I beat it. Otherwise we'd be in a dire state of affairs as far as balance was concerned. Temp boost, regen, medium item. The issue is most medium items aren't what I wanted. Yesterday I skipped Andy because I really wanted to make sure I leveled up on time. And since I didn't have a fight for extra experience, I wouldn't have leveled up. I wouldn't have got the extra health, and I wouldn't be guaranteeing 10 today, which was the real reason to care. But that does mean it's a shop where I didn't get a chance to upgrade Koos, or find Koos rather, a shop where I didn't get a chance to upgrade shot glasses, or shrimp, or clamra, even grappling hook. Mediums are not what I want. It's very much small shops that I want, even though I skipped Andy. I think I'm going to take temp damage here. 9 regen's not going to affect anything. There's a chance that temp damage is the reason I win a fight. It's not a very high chance, but I think it's more likely to matter than health, at least. That doesn't matter. That's technically better, but it no, it's actually worse because it makes this working slower, right? So we're passing on those, even though it seems like it could be relevant to my interest. What about a dive weights? I wouldn't mind floating a dive weights for a long time. It could potentially be good later. Same thing's happening with these 2 items. So I'm gonna move them to the right of the temple expedition ticket because I'm gonna be holding them longer, probably. But yeah, not a lot going on at that Andy for me, unfortunately. Oasis Guardian for Madness's Femur, dropping the Cauterizing Blade and the Narwhal is not unreasonable at all. But I don't really want to play Femur Vanessa. Like, that's kind of what it comes down to. I'm not going to be getting a lot of regen. Oh, that's not true. I'll be getting like 80 regen from Waters. 80 regen's a lot. I got to give it a shot. Like, this is just so incredibly strong, and if I miss, the average gold value is very high. Oh, right. Start of combat triggers the rust with Clamra, too. I've got 2 instantaneous lives. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we're a very strong Mantis Shrimp build. We found everything we need for it to be good, which is, say, shot glasses, Mantis Shrimp, and several small items. The Cauterizing Blade definitely helps, though. I haven't once checked how high my crit is getting. Well, speaking of, do you care about a singular crit item? Like, does anything here matter to me? Yeah, there's one item that matters to me a whole lot. Kusarigama scales off crit as well as slow. So we're going to be going to aimbot. Come on. Ah, no luck. When you slow, charge this 2 seconds, huh? Don't do enough critting, I think, for me to care about the burn scaling. It is an interesting idea. But like, by the time I'm scaling my crit to a number where this actually is reliably scaling up my other values, 1, they've already scaled themselves up, and 2, I've actually been losing scaling because it's 2 item slots. I'm not convinced I care. I could drop the Narwhal and the lighter. We're not scaling the Narwhal yet. If we went into Koos, we would be dropping the Narwhal anyway. And it is probably faster. It is definitely faster than the lighter. Bring that in, sell the lighter, take Oni Mask. It is an upgrade. It's not Koos. I was hoping to do way more interesting things than this, but it's fine. It's still making the board better. 150 health if I can make the space, which I could if I wanted to. We don't need this anymore. We don't need that anymore. I don't really care about trying to YOLO transform the Narwhal on day 10, so we can toss that too. And this is our last hour we're seeing before the temple, which is why I'm willing to just sell things preemptively, even though I don't know I'm going to chocolate bars yet. Truthfully, I kind of want shot glass upgrades from when I drop the incendiary rounds in case we find Raid Boss Pig. Also because we can find skills that make the shot glasses much faster. Clamra upgrade's not bad. Oni Mask isn't bad. I don't think the health's gonna matter.
With no weapons?
Nope.
Leave with big
Nothing.
bargains.
It is technically right to buy the ambergris and the chum, because the ambergris now sells where I bought it at, and so does the chum, meaning it's probably net positive economy. I'm going to the temple. This isn't going to matter, but because it's technically right, I'm doing it.
How you win the war.
Oh, that's tough, actually. Obviously, shield enchant can do a lot on, like, this specifically, right? It's the same scaling, but notably faster than a Mantis Shrimp. It can also do a lot on this because I'm going to be scaling its burn value, theoretically at least, and also speeding it up with the shot glasses. I'm not sure which of these shield values is better, but Sirocco Step is giving me haste uptime that otherwise wouldn't be there, right? Like, this is several copies of Haster whole board for 1 second, which is also how I scale my crit. I actually don't know which of those is better. I'm so offensively powerful and I'm probably getting another enchant anyway. I genuinely think the startup time I get from going Sirocco Step, like the additional haste speed here, ends up being more important as we get into later days. Because if I encounter any defensive build, then shield's not helping me. Any poison build, shield's not helping me. This is universally great everywhere. There's a 4-win Vanessa. Looks like they've been losing sort of in the middle. Let's see how they're doing.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble.
Lighthouse, Oni Mask. What's the crit from? Do you have an exorable? He has a tripwire. I don't like that. And just base 22 crit. Is he scaling it off slows? I'm not seeing any scaling. So I think we should be okay. 250 burn already, huh? Never mind.
Next time,
managed to tie it. Just barely.
More plunder.
I feel like my board being much faster into specifically tripwire Mantis Shrimp wasn't great. Obviously, shield would have made that fight a lot less stressful. But you know, usually I'm not immediately seeing that sort of punish. Let's get to the expedition. Do I care more about burn values or obsidian values? What about enchants? Is there anything that stands out there? I mean, the obsidian eternal torch would be pretty funny. I'll give that a shot. It's not going to happen, but just in case I get the chance at it. We don't need to carry this anymore. And we crush the boulder trap. I will never get over the fact that whatever slow I was using in that one run always targeted the left one. Like, slow your opponent. It's sleeping potion. Slow your opponent's slowest item. They have 2 identically speeded items. Always slowed the one that was the leftmost, and that scared the shit out of me that one time. So now every time I use slow when I come into the boulder fight, I briefly panic like, oh no, what if it only targets the left one? And then I remember I'm running Clamor and it doesn't have weird targeting rules. That's a great big pile of cash, which I greatly appreciate. A bit of experience, which is not bad. The rest of this, less useful. I mean, it is making me stronger, but I'm not overly thrilled about it. The shield thing could matter, but like, we don't shield. We're probably not going to shield. Nothing here matters either, though. We're winning either way. Those are my fastest items, so I'm going to buff those too. No reason to move the board around. I don't think either of these really matters, and we lose to Comots. I'm going to go Mythkeeper. The more I think about it, the more I think going to Mythkeeper is a mistake, and I should have fought Greenheart Guardian. Truthfully, I don't think either of them has anything I will ever care about, but just because Unwavering exists, I think that's a good enough reason to go to Greenheart Guardian. For those who don't know off heart, Unwavering is the skill where when you use an item shield, it's the monster skill from Lord Arkan. Try to bring it to Diamond, or try to get slow scaling. I actually want slow scaling. That's not what I meant, but it's hard to argue with it. Every time this goes off, get active items times 3% crit. So currently 21% per activation. If it were at gold, I'd probably be taking it. I was looking for the other one. I'm going to take this. It's good enough. Come on. No enchants. Spirit Diffuser is very funny. Charge shot glasses specifically, nothing else. That's not true. It enchants something else on my board. The only question here is, do I think Blaze Howl is worth running? I can't imagine it is, right? I've got Incendiary rounds, right? My board's not that fast for a Blaze Howl setup. I'm really much more seriously considering Spirit Diffuser. Drop the Incendiary rounds, drop... That's the problem, is the second cut. The second cut sucks. It would probably be Grappling Hook, Clamra, and Incendiary rounds for the Spirit Diffuser to guarantee that it can't enchant something useless. And then it's going to be either charging my Source of Haste for 2 of my items, the payoff items. This is also a payoff item, let's be real. The issue is it's 3 slots of passive item. I don't like that at all. So none of these are getting run then. Yeah. I'll take the Blaze Howl Warden and hold it as long as I can in case it starts being very, very sincerely powerful. Because, you know, it can do stuff, but it's probably not getting run. ZFB, what do you got?
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
I don't know if I'm favored, having not gotten great enchants.
Squabble with nobody.
Shielded lighter seems fine by me. Weather machine's interesting. Nothing crazy on his end, like silver rigged, no crazy crit scaling. I would think we're okay here. That is more burn than I was expecting, but we're way ahead, and we're also ahead on health. Oh, he has shield scaling rather tremendously, doesn't he? I didn't catch that, like, yeah, when he gets random crits, the shield value on the lighter gets a lot scarier, but we're still fine. 9-0. Also, the second volley is terrifying. I have 3% crit scaling per target. So, yeah, that's crazy. This is probably not going to get us an extra level up today. Let me rephrase that. This will never get us an extra level up today. Let's go find Kusarigama and do something ridiculous.
By haggling.
Old Salt Claw, huh? It kind of has to be Kus for me to make the swap, unfortunately. Elusive is neat, but I think we still want to haste the Mantis Shrimp. We don't really need to haste the Oni Mask. The thing is, we're getting so much more haste out of having Oni Mask and Incendiary rounds. I really need a good reason not to run it that way, and I don't have one. The reason I would change it is because of specifically Kusarigama, which I haven't seen yet. Right, so that was basically what I was thinking. I was like, for Blazehow to be good, I need a lot of burn. How do I get a lot of burn? Probably if I find a Shuriken. And what I could do is I could run Shuriken and dive weights to either side of my Incendiary rounds. And yeah, that does something. I'm going to use it on my monster fight just to see what it does. I've got 100 cash. I can do experiments. Oh, that was obviously the wrong order to buy them in. I forgot I had an Ambergris. So let me see what the Blazehow board looks like, just out of curiosity. So we would be running it this way. And that is 5 ammo and 6 ammo. That's 11 burns at 8 seconds. I don't know. That sounds damn respectable to me. I have a hard time imagining this is a bad board. I don't much care for a pendulum here, which is weird, but true. I kind of just want the crit chance off of Davy. But that's stupid. You go for 4% CDR. But I like pushing experience. But we're getting out today, probably. Back and forth, back and forth. I'm just clicking on Davy. I only have the one medium item, actually, where I can at least change my board so I only have one medium item. So running Hyper Focus is possible here. Now, how much burn does this deal when it goes off? I feel like it's a tremendous amount. Actually, it's only like 700 burn. I might lose this. Like, yeah, that's a totally viable build. I'm not upset with that, but it is nowhere near as good as what I was doing. Nice. Well, let me get my board switched back. The collection of items I'm holding at this point is like an entire other build. It's kind of funny. Oh, more gunpowder. I don't know how I need this, but I'm still taking it. Obviously, it makes the other build a lot better as well, because I could just dump the gunpowder onto Shuriken or dive weights as well. But I think the other build is so much worse that I don't actually care. Wait. Stealth Glider's here, though. Do we just want to play Blazehow Stealth Glider as a funny joke? Because I can, right? I can do exactly what I just did with immunity until it goes off. So I need 4 items from my stash, 3 items from this. I get 3 items from my current board. One of them is definitely going to be shot glasses. One's definitely going to be incendiary rounds. Oh, wait, but shot glasses are bad now. Right. Because I only want things that are 7 seconds or slower. And that doesn't work well, does it? Yeah, I really don't have a way to finish off the board. I think there's a very cool thing I could do with Stealth Glider here that probably goes 10 wins. But I think it's worse than what I'm doing in a general sense. So I'm not gonna do it. I also don't like it on a personal level. God, it's so cool. It's so obviously broken. I'm still flabbergasted that it's this long of a duration. Like, I understand no one's playing Stealth Glider. It's really niche. But essentially the same sort of kill your opponent with Eclipse strategies where you counter swing with Shurikens and Orange Julian works with Stealth Glider as well. It's just slightly less consistent, but it's way easier to find a Stealth Glider than it is to find the Eclipse. It's a really strong thing to be doing. I just can't quite fill out my board in a meaningful way. That's my main issue with it, right? I would have these on either side of the incendiary rounds. I would have the Blazehow Warden. That would give me +2, 14 triggers of burn with Blazehow. So, yeah, that's a lot. But I've got so much crit scaling and it would be entirely passive burn. I think it's a much worse build. I think this hits harder. I don't think there's a reason to do it, especially in a life conduit meta where burn alone might just lose to regen. So I guess I'm putting the gunpowder on the shot classes then. That makes it very easy to cut incendiary rounds. It doesn't actually help a ton, but the Mantis Shrimp's not getting a second attack. That's Disneyland. That's never happening. Or sorry, a third attack. The second attack might. The third one, though, the fights simply don't go that long. Grappling hook, congratulations, you made it to gold. You might even be on a winning board. It's not that you're the best option, it's just that Kusarigama doesn't exist in this run. So this insanity just doesn't have a way to scale. The moment we find Kusarigama, like, I won't even be mad if I lose because it gives me more time to find Kus and do something completely insane. When you hear undefeated Vanessa, this is what you imagine. Except you probably imagine they position their Clamra correctly at any point during the run and put it to the left of the incendiary rounds to speed up the Zorkid, as opposed to fucking around over here doing nothing, which is like, what are we doing here? It's the same speed, but it doesn't activate at start of combat. It's obviously wrong. Also, those are some crazy big values on his board. Like, why are the numbers what they are? Real quick, let me go back to the start of this. Why are the numbers what they are? I was so hung up on the fact my Clamor was obviously mispositioned here. That's base 375 from what? So is that 86 damage on all of his items from skills? Sorry, 96 damage on all of his items from skills, plus 100 from Diamond Figurehead, huh? Yeah, that'll do it. He didn't even need close to all that damage with the Obsidian enchant either. Absolutely ridiculous amounts of flat damage stacking happening on that board. Can't do shit about that. More time to find Goose though. Let's do it. Come on, Andy, help me out. I'm pretty sure Andy is more likely to give it to me than Pearl. I don't want to buy them anymore. Stop selling me chums. I guess I can sell it now because I can't find another one. Unfortunate. JJ, you too can sell me the Goose. Come on, JJ. Somebody, save me.
That's okay. It was nice to see you.
What does Retool do again? I think it's like the reload and item one. I don't think I beat For All Street Champion. The dude's gonna kill me. Trash Satan's got nothing for me. I'm gonna go to Master Alchemist because it's faster than going to Hal Bazaar to see what Retool does. When you use a tool, reload an adjacent item. I mean, that's neat. If I get it, it actually gives me infinite Mantis Shrimp, and it reminds me that I should move my Clamra, please.
Your theories are intriguing.
Actually driving me up a wall that's been in the wrong place for this long, and I only noticed on like the last fight of the run. Or what could have been the last fight of the run, at least. There. It's been like this because I needed the ammo earlier. Upgrade an item, huh? Kind of hard to argue with it.
Loyalty, but Kev's not here.
For every haste, I do haste slightly less than I slow. 10 damage to burn. Or for every slow, 5 damage to burn. And while the Mantis Shrimp is half the speed, it's hasted, so it's probably going to end up being like right at the same speed. So it's just less damage scaling in the end, right? I think it is correct to upgrade Cauterizing Blade, just barely. And the first hit potentially being faster on Cauterizing Blade doesn't matter because the first hit is before pretty much any of the scaling has happened. What do you do? Just more scaling. That's what I figured. I don't crit enough. Once I'm critting enough, I'm winning. So I'm not going to worry about that. Ayla, come on.
My battle days are over.
We're running out of time, Ayla, please.
More.
Not a Koos to be seen.
Have been tested in battle. Have you?
Zarkon won't level me up. Shield will probably win me the fight. It is a Mac on death's door. Nothing to sell. Confident the build is correct. Let's go.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
If you knew my true purpose,
We're looking
you would
at
stand aside.
Heavy Tomb of the Ancients, Restorative Idol of Decay, Soul Ring, Life Conduit. It's not a particularly crazy Life Conduit setup. I think we'll be okay. I'm just worried about that many slows. But Shot Glasses does help to some degree with slow spam. I think I might not be favored though. Oh no, we're favored. We're fine. Oh, I was really underestimating how bad the heal and regen setup was. It's still at 89 when he died. That ain't it, Chief. Yeah, there's no haste, no charge. It's not just missing the stuff that makes it regen quickly. It's missing the stuff that actually speeds up the item. Looking at the recap, you can see Cauterizing Blade doing a bit more than Mantis Shrimp. That's the tier difference. Otherwise, they'd be pretty much identical. 6 slows on grappling hook, earning its keep. Zorkid speeding up the Mantis shrimp, earning its keep. 381 burn out of Oni Mask. It is not slacking. It's so fast and it's scaling so much that we actually have 312 out of the incendiary rounds. That is a lot of crits on the back of this turbo shot class, generating both static acceleration and slowed targets. And we're getting a bit more crit, not much, out of grappling hook and clamra out of slowed targets too. And a bit more crit still out of this. We have so much crit on our weapons and still a damn respectable amount by the end. Let's see what it was getting up to. I never once in this run stopped to see what my crit was at. I just know it's very high by the end of it. So when he burns to death, we'll check the Oni Mask. It might be getting to 100% on non-weapons by the end of this. I'm curious. He barely survived as long as he did, by the way. Exactly 100% at the end of it on non-weapons. Oh, I've always thought arms race was your weapons have plus 8% crit chance for each weapon you have. It's all items. I've just learned this. So yeah, if anyone somehow did have a better life conduit build and survive longer, provided I didn't instantly die to their enchants or whatever offensive setup they picked up with like soul rings, I would absolutely wreck them with the second volley. It would be monstrously powerful. But we never got to that, never found the Kusarigama. We have Spider Mace plus Proboscis in stash and just no way to scale a weapon's base value, unfortunately. Oh man, that's really unfortunate. But it's not like we didn't scale anything. We have Oni Mask and incendiary rounds doing apparently monstrous numbers. They dealt more burn than Mantis Shrimp plus Cauterizing Blade did in this build. These actually could have just been like 3 random small fast weapons like Narwhal Revolver just to crit a lot and get more activations of crit scaling, and we'd still have done very, very well, which is surprising to see. Oni Mask is being incredibly respectable in this build. So even if I didn't get to do absolutely stupid things with Kusarigama, we still did very, very strong things with Oni Mask. And for once I have a build that I can confidently say, even if Oni Mask isn't the only thing I'm doing, it's certainly one of the very, very important things that I'm doing in this build. Yeah, sure, Mantis Shrimp and Cauterizing Blade are both carrying their weight as they always do, but Oni Mask is literally half the build. It's doing more, the damage matters a lot too, but still the burn matters so much. I'm hard pressed to say that Oni Mask isn't worth at least as much as either of them and probably more than either of them. I'm very surprised by the numbers it's getting. And to be clear, that's just me underestimating the card. I should be getting those numbers. I have 3 different crit skills and an incredible trigger for them. This is exactly the sort of build where Oni Mask is going to excel. I am definitely disappointed that we didn't get to find a Kusarigama. Having that with this many slow triggers, because these are accelerating themselves and we have the clamor in this as well, you would see so much damage so immediately with Kusarigama, Spider Mace, Proboscis. It would have been nuts, but oh well. I'm still very happy what we did put together, even if the slightly sicker build never quite came to fruition. This is just a very, very strong setup. I do wonder if the haste enchant here was right. It was obviously good in every fight, but like, it would have been so much shield, right? This was 3,000 shield if I had put it on this, which is, you know, half my health pretty immediately. People aren't living long. But then it would be less because the shot glasses want to be turbo. I think this is the right enchant, but I'm still torn about it. Tell me what you think in the comments. For now, I'm done. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.